Hello and welcome to Failing at Read the News, episode number 85.
Woohoo!
In the chat, we have TC who says first. Welcome, TC.
Penis.
Hello, TC.
That's TC. No, Cryptic's penis. TC is just TC.
Well, so much for that monetization.
We don't. If this channel ever gets to 1,000 subs, I'll be amazed. Anyway, on to the news. For the whole 2 people watching this. There's more people on the stream than there is watching the stream. That's always the side of a good stream, isn't it?
And there's only 3 of us here. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not streaming tonight. By the way, I'm not streaming tonight because I'm moody today.
That's why I've been super nice to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Well, fuck off, Rowan.
Hey, Ron.
I'd like to see you do your own same, Rowan. Instead of just trying to invade everybody else's. And then disappear for like 3 months. Yeah, nurses get stoned after Grandad accidentally brings in space cake as thank you gift. Nurses were left off their faces when a patient's elderly relative accidentally gave them cannabis lace cake to say thank you. And blame me, I'm on time. What's up, Sicko? Not much honey monster. 3 months, I haven't been gone for 1. It's been more than 1 though. And hello, it's all nice. He brought in leftover cake from his grandson's 18th birthday, completely unaware of the special ingredient inside. Per timing with streams, well, this is just the time I normally stream.
I got kicked from Hangouts.
I didn't even know you left.
Awesome. Then nobody noticed. That's great.
I noticed, but
Hospital bosses and Nestle tried to deny anyone ate the cake, but later conceded. Members of staff ate some but didn't get high. I might have found a fix for my quiet night, Mike. No, but that's your trademark now. And also Ink says hello. Hello, Ink.
Pot cake.
Yeah, Rowan, that's like your trademark, though, is your quiet volume. But another member of staff asked, not to be named, said 3 or 4 nurses felt they were left feeling very relaxed after munching on the red velvet cake. I'm not surprised. How long they were gone, but like someone gave a cannabis cake by accident to a group of nurses and they end up getting stoned off it.
For some reason, we just didn't care about our duties anymore.
Is she still there?
What?
I'm saying
She got the cake.
Yeah, so
Blind girl had some of the cake, yeah.
Oh, I love cake. Cake is awesome.
I don't think you'd love this cake, though. It's sweet cake.
Oh, who the hell? Why? Why would you do such terrible things to cake? What is wrong with you people? God.
Because it was a grandfather who brought in the cake that's thank you to nurses and didn't realize what it was.
That is terrible.
Well, cake is feel-good food. This cake is feel really good food.
Weed cake, normal cake, Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, it's well known for annoying everyone. Rowan, learn how to spell. You're supposed to be in university, you know? You don't know how to spell no. I'm eating Irish tea bread. Never had that. They said they were eating cake, and then the next minute the staff were all off their faces. It was brought in by a nice old man as a thank you. It was full of funny stuff that had them all relaxed. There was no impact on the patients whatsoever. But they all knew something was wrong, so the police were called in. Yeah, well, you make typos all the time. Yeah, but I'm dyslexic. There's a difference, you see. I can get away with my typos. I'm doing other things at the same time. Chester police tested the cake and confirmed it contained cannabis. Cops found the bench and had no idea what was in his grandson's cake and was shocked to discover the destruction it caused on the water.
They don't think that big pot leaf that was sitting on top of it in that previous picture had a clue as to what the hell was in it.
I think that's just a prop
Uh,
rather than the actual thing itself.
Honey Monster says they commandeered the cake and went back to the station to party.
Probably. If I dyslexic, you mean spaz? Sure. I think I'm both a dyslexic and a spaz at the same time. The two generally go hand in hand.
A spaz? Wow, that's an insult I haven't heard in 20 years.
Does it mean the same over here as over there as it does here? I assume.
I don't know.
Retard. Like over here, it means a retard, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Over here, it means ADHD squirrel and spazzy.
I was gonna say, if you say it's spaz in America, spaz pretty much is a general term for there's just something ain't right about that boy.
Like if you call someone a spaz over here, it just means that you're calling them a retard.
Ah.
A police source said, yeah, spaz is short for spastic. And yeah, it's the same over here. Yeah. A police source said
Just a general for there's something ain't right about that boy. You got it.
The police source said it's generally an error by all parties, even the person who did something and he shouldn't have because he didn't know it was going to the hospital. Well, it was his birthday cake, that's why he done it. And nobody knew that, and that's why we're not taking it any further. So even the fucking 18-year-olds get away with it then. Oh, yeah, there's an idea. There's an idea of getting away with baking a weed cake then. Feed it to some nurses. Warrington and Holton Hospitals NHS Foundation Trust said they conducted a 72-hour internal investigation but claimed the gift had no effect on staff despite some of it being eaten. Yeah, they rolled back on their claims. Staff merely smelled the cake after police confirmed it was eaten at Warrington Hospital. They said they offered strong words of advice to the family and the cake has now been destroyed. And the stoners everywhere are now very pissed off. Yep.
Yeah, it's a waste of a perfectly good cake to destroy it.
Yep, am I the only one that remembers this spastic society? Probably. It's time to fucking.
Speaking of spaz.
Oh, Green Thunder here, is it? That was harsh.
It works.
I said, what the fuck is Green Thunder?
I don't know. He made his presence known earlier on my stream, and then he dropped by Twitter long enough to like a comment I made on Doom's tweet earlier. Past that, I ain't seen from him today.
Yeah, he's always there. Yeah. Look at his mother blames Brexit for drink driving crash. 50-year-old says stress of potentially losing her benefits made her cross the car into a ditch and gone nearly 4 times over the drink drive limit. Really?
Well, if you're going to use an excuse, that's a good one.
Pretty fucking far stretch, though, isn't it?
Nah.
Oh, of course, it was in fucking Scotland as well. Fucking. Ugh.
Well, I was going to say, you know what? They're blaming Brexit for everything, so why the hell not?
Exactly.
That's the most retarded excuse I've ever heard. I agree. Hey, a boozed up Swedish mother plowed her car into a ditch and blamed Brexit anxiety for the drink drive crash. Joanna Jessup, 50, says that Britain moving over the 31st departure date has left her fretting about losing her benefits, which could saddle her with catastrophic debts. Well, tough shit. Move back to Sweden, I guess. I don't know. And she maintains that the stress led to her overheating her vessel in. I should be able to pronounce it. Kintesack, Murray, in Scotland. On the 22nd of February, when she was nearly 4 times the drink drive limit. Of course, that had to be in Scotland, didn't it? It wouldn't happen anywhere else. Now called Scope, because they were called the Spastic Society. Does that mean I can get away with robbing a bank when I'm approaching deadlines? No, it doesn't. Damn Brexit causing car crash, whatever next, Corbyn having sex with a goat. TC, you just gave me a fucking really bad mental image. Thank you for that. Didn't need that. That's nothing I didn't need that in my life. Money ain't far from me. She's on benefits, but she can afford to run a car and get pissed out of her skull. Yeah. Well, it's modern day Britain, though, isn't it? That's the list. Grant Dalglish. Told Elgin Credit Court. This happened during a troubling time in her life. As due to Brexit, she was unable to pay. She was unable to apply for benefits, which meant that she had to get a part-time job and was left in a typical situation with catastrophic debt. Well, if you're well enough to work, then surely you should just work then, shouldn't you? You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. I mean, what the fuck? She's not a UK citizen, so she cannot claim benefit. If she loses her license today, she could become homeless. I can't afford alcohol. How do these assholes do it? I have no idea.
Well, Batman, in a case like her, she's got something you don't. A pussy. Walk into a bar, she drinks for free.
Yeah, but she's 50, though. Surely that would have gone by now.
Your standards will drop too.
You know, I've never been privy to that. I've always had to pay for my own shit in a bar. I suddenly want to be in America because, like, if you're saying this, Trucker, that means this actually happens a lot. That if you're a chick, you don't buy your own drinks. I would really love to just once experience this vagina privilege y'all are talking about.
It happens a lot over here as well, but you don't drink much. So you don't drink, though.
Yeah, but when I did, it would have saved me a lot of money.
Even then, you didn't drink that much.
It still would have saved me some money. I really wish I could have benefited from this kind of vagina privilege, man. I feel gypped.
Well, she would have been a really cheap drink because you would have been a cheap drunk as well.
Yeah, but still, it would have been money I didn't have to spend, dude. So, like, yeah, vagina privilege, man. I feel freaking gypped.
I just talked to Thunder. He's not going to be joining. He's just tired. He's too tired for it today.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Get some rest, Thunder.
Hello, Mom.
Hello, there, Scotty. Hello, blind girl.
Hi.
Hello, Batman.
Well, hello there, pumpkin dresser. How are you today?
Oh, I am good. How are you? We can go over this how are you thing back and forth all day.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We totally should just because Scotty's trying to stream. Hi, Batman. How are you?
Come on, you know what? I've been super nice to you today. So
I'm sorry. Please, everybody, get
all right.
Scotty's been super nice.
Iced tea. I love it.
She lives in a remote area of money,
Stein.
so her license is important to her. Her parents are trying to assist her as much as possible, but they live in Sweden.
Oh,
You know, it's fucking bad for you to just move back to Sweden yourself then. Around 9 p.m. on the 22nd of February, Jensen was driving home after the unconcerned onlookers called an ambulance along with police. They got her that officials found her car in a ditch, and she noticed she smelled strongly of alcohol. Despite fiscal Alex Swain, fiscal deputy Alex Swain told the court that Jepson had been drinking throughout the day and she had crossed as she tried to visit a friend. She said she had red staining on her lips. Her speech was slurred. Pupils dilated and was rambling.
Pupils dilated is 2 words. Christ, the amount of bloody grammatical errors in modern bloody journalism is astounding.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, they lost money on that as well because they paid by the word. So you lost yourself money there, fucking. Who wrote this?
I think they should also be paid by grammatical correctness.
Jack Elmsden, you lost yourself money. Congratulations, you prick.
In a case like that, Scott, are we gonna be covering that? That there's some event where for POC it's $10, for whites it's $20.
Yeah, I did have that.
Oh,
Don't
by the
have
way,
it.
Scotty,
Rumbling.
I sent you an article about a porn college.
I know, I've seen it. Thanks.
Isn't it going to be super
know.
awesomely funny?
I'll get it later on.
Sweet.
If you want, I'll see if I can find it. When it comes to grammatically incorrect, oh god, this takes the cake.
Shot man, the Craft Crusader. The shot man.
Going past the same place I
You think
was.
that's an insult coming from somebody who's from Scotland?
Poop.
See you, Jimmy. I thought you've started a shit show now, haven't you?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Do they call you Honey Monster?
And she was rambling. This isn't Chadwick show. Jepson of Ellen and Brody.
Hey TC, if anybody else has been catching these particular commercials over YouTube lately, these advertisements, for some reason I've been getting body shaping panty advertisements. So it would be Panty Man, the Shaped Crusader.
Honey Monster, there is a theme developing, but it's the wrong show for it. That's Chadwick's stream, not mine.
I think it's so hot my cat just died.
Press F, Chloe.
Seriously, she just died. She's dead.
No,
Oh,
she's
never mind.
moving.
She lives. She lives.
Blind girl, I hate to tell you this. That's a dog.
Yeah, back to the fucking news.
That's not a cat, it's a dog.
It's a possum. All right, back to the news.
She lives.
You know, I've been super nice to you today.
I love you, honey. It's been super nice. You being super nice.
She's just
It's
proven
been so
that
nice.
she's blind. She's mistaken her cat for a dog.
Jepson
Hey,
Ellen
when a
and Brody.
Scotsman is sipping iced tea, it's hot.
Shut up, please. I've left this 107 milligrams of alcohol and 100 milliliters of breath. The legal limit is 22 milligrams. Mr. Dalglish said his client had misunderstood the situation and had refused to give a breath measurement due to shock and their ignorance of the UK law. Get the
Yeah,
really?
fuck off. No, she didn't have ignorance of the UK law.
Cryptic says dicks because we all know Cryptic likes dicks. Except his own because he's very, very smart.
Pumpkin. Yeah, Scottish people can consider like minus 20 to be rather warm.
Okay.
So
I am not going to argue with him on that one.
Yeah, Honey Monster cats have 9 lives though, so therefore Chloe only has 8 left.
I think she's dead again.
Well, 7 left after this one then.
he's starting to sound like Peter Griffin shaving Quagmire's cat now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's so hot. She just fucking died. She's just dead. She's just not alive anymore.
Back to the news. Jepson after refusing to give a breath test. Best specimen after a police officer suspected of being in a road accident. Sheriff Robert McDonald took into account her personal circumstances but told the seriousness of her offence merited a ban. She was disqualified from driving for 5 months and fined £270. Is that it? Really?
Hold on. She was found in her car, which was in a ditch. And he suspected her of being in a road accident. That's brilliant copper, isn't he? You only suspected.
Oh, she might be staking out a joint or something.
I don't know.
Dad. And I think you should explain for our American friends what a sheriff is in Scotland.
Law enforcement?
The judge.
Yep. It's
Seriously, Dad?
Well, no wonder it's warm in there. Look what she's laying next to.
It's not on.
told you. It's not a cat. It's a dog.
Well, the dog died. It's just not moving. It's just dead.
Yeah.
It
dog
just
is
went
not-
in the middle of the floor and she just fucking died. She's like, fuck it, it's hot.
Yeah, the dog's probably feeling ill because it's got food poisoning from eating your cat.
Probably, you never
Okay.
know where she's been.
Poke it with a stick.
Hey, Chloe. Chloe, live life. I believe in you. Oh my God, there she goes. Okay, we're good. All right.
Of course, that streams are back to the news.
We weren't reading any yet. I was entertaining people with kitties.
Church of England will condone gay couples for the first time as long as they were married, as long as they were man and wife when they took their vows.
Then they're not gay couples.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense, does it?
No, it doesn't.
And get with Sherlock Holmes investigating else. We'd be none the wiser as to what happened. What? The Church of England has, for the first time, confirmed the marriage between same-sex couples is valid as long as they were man and wife when they took their vows. That's not marriage, then, is it?
Maybe one of them just had to be a tranny for a day.
Yeah, but that's just like, so like if one transitions and then they just remain married, then they're still married. It's basically what they're saying then. Pretty much.
Well, I'd hope so.
As Mrs. prepared to descend on New York on Friday for general synod,
Sounds like they're about to attack the place, doesn't it?
they have been asked to answer more than 100 questions involving an array of controversial topics reporting abuse during confession, non-disclosure agreements, and ethical investments in large technology companies. The church teaches that a marriage ceremony should only take place between men and women. However, the synod member, Prudence Daly, asked bishops if written submissions were published on Thursday as to what would happen if either a man or a woman went under transition while they were married. Well, since they're already legally married, it's legally the same person, therefore they're still legally married anyway. It doesn't matter what the church says.
I can tell you what would happen. There would be a divorce.
Yeah, they'd be legally married up until the point at which they get a divorce.
Yeah.
Because they're still legally the same person, regardless if they change their gender or not.
Unless, of course, the person undergoing the transition dies for a short length of time on the operating table.
What kind of doublespeak is this? I don't know.
And is declared
This
legally
shit.
dead. And then
with all this kind of double speak horse shit floating around when it comes to this, it's going to come back to where they're going to insist on blood tests before people get married.
They might be able to say the marriage was void. They might be able to say the marriage was void from the start. No, because the marriage was valid anyway, wasn't it? I don't know.
Well, actually, when they're pulling horse shit like this, it is kind of true that the marriage is null and void to begin with, because that whole sound, mind, and body bullshit.
Yeah, they're void and voidable marriages.
I'll find funny about marriage before you continue. Well, the feminists keep going, marriage is just a slavery contract. Yeah, the traditional marriage vows that the husband speaks is, with my body I thee worship, and all my worldly goods I thee endow. You really do that to a slave, don't you? You worship a slave and give them all your shit.
Yep. Can
Right.
same-sex marriages be annulled the same way as heterosexual marriages? I have no idea.
In a lot of places, in a lot of places, I would have to actually assume that technically they could, because take over in America, a lot of places when it comes to annulment, there are a few states that mention consecration of the marriage, which they got to do what couples do, and if you really want to get into the technicality of that, to consecrate the marriage, we're talking tab A and a slot B. Therefore, they don't have the hardware to consecrate it. Therefore, the marriage never actually happened.
Yeah.
She asks, given the Church of England's teaching about marriage, is a lifelong and exclusive union between one man and one woman. If one person in the couple undergoes a sex transition, that is consideration being given as whether they are married according to the teachings of the Church of England.
She's
I can't imagine when they wrote their laws that was a consideration, to be honest.
hold on. She's beat the divinity school and all of that, and is a qualified priest, and she's dumb enough to ask a question like that, which any fucking layman could answer. Yeah, in the eyes of the church, traditionally, no, they wouldn't be married anymore because, yeah, right,
I don't know. Would they stay legally married? I don't know how it would work.
Well, I said traditionally, in the eyes of the church.
Yeah, just not in the eyes of the law. They still would have been, but in the eyes of the church, they wouldn't have been. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago that the purview of marriage was entirely in the church's hands, if you remember.
I'm young, so no.
Oh,
Hey, guys.
Hey, straight Smith.
YouTube didn't let me know you were live streaming. I stream every day at this time, pretty much.
Hmm?
But yes, they should have let you know. I was straight to the. Yeah, the Bishops of Newcastle confirmed that the church would not deem such a marriage to be invalid if either a man or a woman later changes gender, adding they would never press any couple for divorce.
These days.
Where's that noise coming from? Country.
Hmm?
I don't know, someone was making weird noises, moving their mic around and stuff. I don't know. The Right Reverend Christine Hardman, chair of the Pastoral Advisory Group within the church, said if we wish to remain married after one partner has transitioned, who are we to put them asunder? She explained when a couple married in the church, they promise before God to be faithful to each other, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. And come what may, although we preach compassion, if they find it's too much to bear. Yes, honeymoon's done hard, man. Secondly, never in the history of the church has divorce been actively recommended as the way to resolve a problem. We've always prioritized fertility, reconciliation, and forgiveness, with divorce as a concession. When staying together proves humanly unbearable. According to church policy, same-sex marriage is not allowed, however, among couples wishing to marry. If one partner holds a gender recognition certificate, so that they are legally recognized as the opposite gender at the time of their vows, their marriage is considered valid. Yeah, I know her name was Christine Hardman. Responding to the announcement, Dr. Jane Hanlon, president of the Beaumont Society, a national self-help body run by the transgender community, said it is encouraging that the Church of England seems to recognise that people do transition and remain happily married. I've never heard of cases like this, but okay.
Maybe. Yeah.
I guess maybe if the person was bisexual, I guess, I don't know.
Chloe lives.
She's alive.
Click, bang.
Yeah, she's now down to 7 lives though.
6, actually.
Not 7 because she died and then came back and then died again and then come back. So 7, I think.
I think you did it 3 times, actually.
However, it's unclear that because this only applies to couples who married before the transition, the bishops do not really accept the transition at all. They see trans men or trans women as he, she was appearing at the time of the wedding. This is disappointing. Well, you know what? The world can't bend to you, can it? You know? At least they recognize that you're still married. You know? General Synod is the National Assembly of the Church of England and approves legislation affecting the whole Church of England for these new forms of worship, debates matters and national and international importance, approves the annual budget for the work of the Church at national level. You see that? There we go. Oh, man. Right.
Do.
So
No
the
dead
NBA
air.
solicited-
Do.
Yes, it is. Yep. They all should be strung up from lampposts. Unless, of course, they don't want to.
Well, I'd say time to it. I'd say time to some sort of wooden cross and smack them around a little bit, but they thank you.
Anyway,
Go send them to Coventry.
so Batman, how do you feel about Ruby Rose taking your suit?
I hope she likes all the industrial strength itching powder I had put in it. Right, wrong universe.
Yeah.
I don't.
Detroit,
Yeah, I live in Wayne Manor, not Wayne apartment block.
Detroit Music Festival sets ticket prices based on race.
That one.
Yeah.
And Blango's making cat noises. The Afro.
Meowing's the cat. She's meowing to me and I meow back. We're having a conversation in cat.
Okay, then. The Afro Music Festival, Afro Music and Arts Festival in Detroit is facing controversy after ticket sales began to use different pricing for people based on the color of their skin. Pricing offers lower rate tickets for people of color. Because, of course, if you're black, you cannot afford to attend music festivals, obviously.
And apparently the grammar and spelling in this article are absolutely
Oh, I wasn't
horrid.
rude. I know.
Yeah.
The pricing offers rates for tickets purchased by people of color. Then does non-people of color. Early bird tickets for people of color are $10 and $20. For white people, marinade pricing offers for $20 and for $40 for non-white people at the same time, at the normal time. Method of confirming race and identity tickets. Answers were not immediately clear. The organizers of the event is scheduled to take place on the 3rd of August. Explained the discrimination pricing policy in the frequently asked questions section of their website. It states, why do people of color and non-white and white people people of color and non-white people tickets? I'm glad you asked. Equality means treating everyone the same. Equity is ensuring everyone has what they need to be successful.
Yeah, that's really fair. That I mean, a rich black guy gets to pay half price for a ticket, and a poor white guy has to pay twice as much.
Yep. Because black people poor, obviously. That's why.
It's racism.
Yeah.
It's just you're allowed to be racist to white people. I blame blind girl's cat.
It's probably her fault. I mean, she's gray, so she's not black or white.
Has she died again, or is she still alive now?
No, now she's dead, but she's on my feet.
Ah, right. She's just died of asphyxiation.
Exactly. How'd you know?
Because you got some stinky feet. We can smell it all the way over here.
Oh, fuck, damn right I got smelly feet. They were all sweaty today, and I got my shoes wet, and now they just smell like old cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, folks. Remember, she is diabetic, and which means she's had a 20-year-old case of athlete's foot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Besides, there was a blind girl's sweat cloud warning on the local weather forecast.
Yeah, I think I'm heading right for it.
I think it's probably was more to ensure that the most marginalised communities are provided with an equitable chance at enjoying events in their own community. Page said.
Sorry.
Planned Africa Future Artists was typically displeased.
Makes me laugh how they call themselves African. They're not Africans, they're Americans.
Yeah, they were born in America.
Culturally, they're not Africans either. They're Americans.
Damn, I didn't realize my hand was so screwed up.
Yeah, they're Americans of African lineage, but they're Americans of African heritage. That's all they are.
Yeah. Yeah, genetically, they're the same as people from Africa, but that's as far as it goes.
Yeah, culturally, nationally, they're American.
Yep. It's like people who family have been in the British Isles for like 600-700 years, yet they have a French family name. They're not French.
Yep. I have an Irish last name, but I'm not Irish.
So do I, and I'm not Irish.
In all seriousness, though, would this concept wouldn't that lead more people to become a little bit racist? I'm just wondering, probably.
Yeah.
Planned Afro Future Artist was particularly displeased when she learned of Afrofuture's pricing plan. Tiny Jag, a biracial rapper based in Detroit, pulled out of the event and insisted Afrofuture remove
All this.
her name from promotional material. I was immediately enraged because I am biracial. I have family members that would have, had those circumstances been subjected to something I would not want them to be in, especially because of anything I have going on, she told the National Times.
All this crap that they're pulling in the name of racial equality is actually going to drive people into white extremisms.
Yep. The future, Tiny Jag feature. Instead of the digging policy, it's non-progressive and not solution-based and not solution for my fucking hell. It seems almost like it has spite, and unfortunately, with spite comes hate. Yeah, that's just not obviously what's going to be in a good direction for us to go if we're looking for a positive change. Yeah, all good. If you're a legal American, you're an American, in my opinion. Yep. You should get a discount if you go to see someone of a different color yourself. Seems fair to me.
But this entire festival, it's just a bunch of left-leaning black people who playing at being African.
Yeah, the thing is that their fucking headliner fucking left. She's gone now. Yeah. The legality of Afrofuture's ticket policy is questionable. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 states all persons shall be entitled to full and equal enjoyment of goods, services, facilities, and privileges, advantages, and accommodations of any public accommodation as defined in this section without discrimination and segregation on the grounds of race, color, religion, or national orientation. The section describes places of public accommodation to include Picture House, theatre concert, sports arena, stadium, or other place of the exhibition or entertainment. So yeah, they broke the law, didn't they? Fucking cunts.
Yeah, random goons saying, we have legals here too. But they consider
Good. Have a
themselves
sip.
British. Yeah, the difference is they tend to strongly resist integration and they haven't been here for 200 plus years.
Yep.
Hi, good. Have a sandwich.
No, don't make him a sandwich. Your job's to make me a sandwich.
Okay?
I'm gonna make both of you a sandwich.
You're not making me a sandwich. I will resist becoming a sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, you've got superpowers. Does Batman? You've got superpowers. You can make your own sandwich. Or does Batman actually have superpowers?
No.
Batman gets gay Robin to make him a gay sandwich.
No, that's what I've got an Alfred for.
Who's
Is that
Alfred?
you? The butler?
His butler.
You don't know who Alfred is.
No. Tommy Robinson faces jail after being found in contempt of court. Former ADL leader. Serious, because they always say that. Fucking first sentence as well. First sentence in this saying that. Seriously into with the process of justice by filming defendants.
Yeah, after the fucking trial had finished. And he didn't film the defendants because they were in the court before he started filming.
And they always say this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, he said stuff that was already known anyway. It was already public information, what he said.
Yep.
So he didn't actually do anything wrong. They're just trying to stop him because they just found a ridiculous reason to stop him. And
he's already been to prison for this anyway. And
yeah, but he got let out early. He got let out early. That's what happened because he appealed it.
yeah, and he won the appeal. So they're basically overturning the appeal, which they're not allowed to fucking do, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So did he get sentenced again, or was he let off?
And it says he faces prison, but it doesn't say how long.
Seriously? They found him guilty?
Yep.
He's basically a political fucking prisoner at this point.
Tommy Robinson faces prison again after being found in contempt of court for aggressively and confronting and filming defendants in a trial, broadcasting on the footage on social media. See what I think it was? I think it was a 1984 attempt, is what it was. Basically, because they put him in a part of they put him in a prison, and the part of the prison they put him in was majority Muslim.
Yeah.
And they put him in a fucking room by himself.
Wasn't there something about he had an open window that all the Muslims passed on the way to dinner or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, yeah, his cell when he was locked up by himself, and because he was in solitary confinement, and his cell was all the Muslims had to walk past that way when it was their meal time, and I think they also had to walk past it when they had to pray and stuff like that as well. and it was all done deliberately.
Yeah.
I know one's there, it was done fucking deliberately. The former leader of the English Defence League, whose real name is Stephen Yaxley Lennon, because you have to say that every fucking article you write about him, could be imprisoned for up to 2 years in relation to the incident in 2018, when he filmed defendants accused of sexual exploitation of young girls. The footage, in breach of a reporting ban, was live streamed from outside Leeds Crown Court while the jury was considering the verdict. He should get his arse to the Ecuadorian embassy.
You notice how the press is more interested in demonising Tommy Robinson than the paedophiles he was reporting about.
Yep. That's how they get away from talking about it, though. They'd rather talk about him instead. They'd rather focus on Tommy Robinson than talk about the real problem itself.
Yep. Paedophiles are only misunderstood if they're Muslims.
Robinson, 36, from Luton, Bedfordshire, had denied any wrongdoing, insisting that he'd only referred to the information that was already in public domain. However, judges at the Old Bailey in London said that his conduct amounted to serious interference with the administration of justice. One of the judges, Dame Victoria Sharp, said he had breached reporting restriction imposed on the child by live streaming the video from outside public entrance to the court by aggressively
He was on the other.
filming some of the defendants.
He was on the other side of the fucking road.
Yeah, thing is, there's a load of fucking mainstream media that do that though.
There was no mainstream media there. There was mainstream media there at the time. Some of them were on the same side of the road as the fucking court.
Oh, by the way, the like button said that you were all a bunch of that all your mothers are ugly. You should probably hit it. I agree. Hit the like button. Share the stream.
Already did.
It's been fairly quiet today. I think it's Saturday night and people have lives, I guess.
What's one of those? And
However, judges at the Old Bailey in London said on Friday that his conduct amounted to serious interference with the administration of justice. One of the judges, Dame Victoria Sharp, said he breached reporting restrictions imposed on the child by the think about it, right? This one, can't fucking remember. In our judgment, the respondent's conduct in each of those respects amounted to serious interference with the administration of justice. Next Thursday has been set as the provisional date for sort of sentencing, depending on the availability of a medical expert. Outside the Old Bailey were hundreds of supporters of the anti-Muslim activist. Anti-Islam activist, not anti-Muslim, there's a difference. Had been gathering since morning. Police threw batons as some rushed security ballots. The news verdict was put filtered through. Addressing supporters, he left the court. After he left the court, Robinson said the verdict was wrong, adding, "I have been convicted because of who I am, not what I've done." I agree.
Yep.
An application to have him committed to prison was made by the Attorney General, Geoffrey Cox. He said, after the hearing, posting material online that breaches reporting restrictions or risks registering legal proceedings is a very serious matter, and this is reflected in the court's decision today. I would urge anyone to think carefully about whether this social media post amount to contempt of court. Earlier, judges were told by lawyers that Cox that Robinson's whole objective was to get the defendant's faces out there. Where's that not coming from? Never mind. Interfering with justice bad, interfering with kids okay. Seems about right, Monster. Andrew Cole, QC, told the judges that security officer at Leeds Crown Court said that he had suggested Robinson should check at the court office for reporting restrictions. The critical question was why Robinson declined the invitation to take the obvious step, which would have put the matter beyond doubt. Oh God! Well, we see the answer clearly. He made a reckless assumption as to what might be able to do because it suited him to do so, and the reason it suited him to do so was the defendants' faces out there. Well, they're paedophiles; they should have their faces out there.
Preferably dislocated from the bodies.
Yep. He said Robinson had taken a gamble by referring to the details in previous reports within. He was the ball running.
Now, weren't there people pointing out that the thing that Tommy Robinson was found guilty of, standing out on the court steps, there were people outside doing what he was convicted of?
Yeah, but they were mainstream media. They just went after him.
Yeah.
And he said Robinson had taken a gamble by referring to details in previous reports of the Huddersfield Green case, which had been published before the reporting ban. Well, it was already public information that he used then. What's the problem here? Mr. Yancey Lennon did find the artist will examine online and took a punt on that because the names and the charges had been out there. He took a punt on being able to get away with mentioning to give them the necessary context to the people he was filming. Robinson had broadcast the footage, which was viewed online 200 quarter million times after being filmed on Facebook on the 27th of May, 25th of May 2018. The reporting restriction was in place, postponing the publication of any details of the case until the end of the series linked trials involving 29 people in an attempt to receive a fair trial. Robinson had been arrested and charged and sentenced to 13 months after being found in contempt of court, but served just 2 months before being freed later after the court appeal overturned finding of contempt last August. So why did they put him back in court then? If they was already found that he wasn't in contempt of court, why are they trying to take him back?
I guess Europe doesn't have double jeopardy laws.
Well, England doesn't at least. England certainly doesn't then.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of Europe.
I don't know. But it sounds to me like they don't have double jeopardy laws over there, because I feel like in America you wouldn't be able to do that.
Nope. Oh. Yeah, since that's Stephen Lawrence BX. Well, they don't have it in England then, because I think they don't have it in Scotland either, because Scotland and England have different legal systems. So, which is why in some cases in Scotland you won't even get a jury, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, that is actually kind of crazy.
You think you should fucking update that by now, but nope. The case was referred back to the Attorney General, who announced in March that was in public interest to bring fresh proceedings. And you get to decide what's in public interest, do you? Fucking prick. You can get not proven in Scotland. Yeah, you can. Yeah, time to read the what it is. This article came from Blind Girl of all people. World's first porn university opens. Imagine if your daughter was faced with a decision upon entering college of whether to major in political science, biology, or porn and prostitution. That scenario is exactly where the logic of considering commercial sex as a legitimate job is leading.
Tricks and Johns 101.
I mean, I guess it's lucrative for a while. I feel like once you get older, like once you get past 40, you end up doing like gilf porn and stuff, and I guess there is a market for gilf porn. Honey Monster says, "Where do I sign up?" A porn professor named Amarantha Hank. Very porn sounding name, isn't it? Recently found an opportunity to promote the sex industry, make money, and gain notoriety by opening her own porn university. Nope. A sex skill where students are taught how to make porn. Surely it's not that hard. You need an entire course for though, surely.
They even offer transportation to school, the Bang Bus. No, just me.
Classes include topics such as what matters in an erection.
You know what? That
The money
university
shot matters.
probably will have a lot of Asians. Love you long time. They won't discriminate that one.
Yeah, come on, Cryptic, where are you? There's a new job for you.
Exactly. I mean, they're not going to discriminate against Asians. Everybody loves fucking Asian porn. It's amazing.
Where the hell's Dax when you need him? All the Asian porn.
Dex would love this.
Yeah, I know.
I'll just send him a copy too.
No, send them over to stream, actually. I think that's still in there. I can actually send it to Monkey because Monkey's on access stream. I wonder what practical equipment you get. I hope this is a college and higher. I hope this is college and higher, not in primary schools. Yeah, I hope so too. I have a master's degree in porn, basically. No, you have a master's degree in watching porn. There's a difference. Your master's degree is in masturbation. I think there's a difference. Being a porn actress in a massive society, how to protect your image, how to make a profit, and how to make a profit for porn scene instructions include live porn sex demonstrations and literal hands-on workshops.
All right.
Where she-
Hands-on learning.
Although this is the first of its kind, it is quite possible that the porn-inspired culture, the idea will spread to the mainstream. To those who stand to gain from the exploitation of others in the sex industry are aggressively promoting their agenda to normalize commercial sex to a degree that is being considered at even the highest levels of government. As any job like that, as a job like any other is indeed considering a job, profession, trade, or work. Then what will prevent universities from offering up a degree on being a subject in the industry? It sounds like an excuse to get laid, in my opinion. It kind of does, yeah. The freaks and the fatties will join. However, porn is not a legitimate job for anyone and should not be treated as such. As is one example, contracting serious and potentially life-threatening sexually transmitted infections is a near guarantee when joining the porn industry. Unlike any other job or profession in existence, there are virtually no effective and enforceable protection regulations. Imagine if you're a dentist, decided to use a straw in his mouth to suction saliva during your dental appointment. It would never happen. However, in porn, so-called work requires regularly ingesting bodily fluids of all kinds, including saliva, urine, semen, vaginal fluid, and blood. As a result, performers are constantly contracting STIs such as chlamydia, HPV. I didn't mean HIV, they just spelled it wrong. Gonorrhea, hepatitis, bacterial vaginosis, and even HIV/AIDS. In addition, and even worse, women in the porn industry are being coerced into performing degrading harmful sex acts, being strangled, gagged, bound, and torn. Was that supposed to be funny?
I didn't realize this article would just take a dark turn into just crazy shit.
Yeah, women in the porn industry often coerced into performing degrading, harmful sexual acts by getting paid at least 4 times as much as the men are.
Yep. Strangled, gagged, bound, and hit, torn are regular occurrences. As a result of the ongoing violence, degradation, and trauma, many women in the industry suffer from depression, leading to substance abuse and even suicide. Today, more than before, those who care about the dignity, equity, equality, and rights of women, which they all have, all of the above, degrading, more like life ending, as well as the protection of children, must take a strong stand against the pro-sex work narrative that seeks to legitimize one of the most dangerous exploitative industries in the world. Because this started off funny and then it just went like fucking depressing.
I know, right?
Political.
God, I just sent
I've only
it to
just got
Jack.
that and half what I've seen on the screen there.
I think what you sent me is a feminist article.
Yeah, because there's sort of bollocks half of it.
Yeah, it was funny to start off with, and then just
Well, even the feminists ruin porn university.
Wait.
Damn.
Do you know why most feminists are against porn? Because most
They're ugly?
most porn workers aren't feminists.
True.
That's because legs-leading porn is the most watched porn. Yeah, because I watched a lot of porn. Well, actually, I looked up the statistics. No, Stacey, no, you watched a lot of porn, didn't you? Just admit it.
I never watch porn. I've
We all
got, sorry, Scotty, I don't watch porn. I've got field glasses.
we've all watched porn at least once.
Not me. I've got binoculars.
So you're just a fucking perv.
No, I just got very good-looking neighbours.
Yeah, you're a perv then. You perv your neighbour. Yeah,
No.
maybe-
No, it'd be perving if I was watching the neighbour's dog.
we need to stand up as abolitionists and declare the truth about porn and prostitution.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
There's no such thing as sex, where porn and prostitution are jobs. Performance of are not jobs, forms of exploitation and violence against women that feel racism and gender inequality. Yeah, I think you just sent me a feminist article.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was hilarious with porn, but they just they disguised it as they lied. They lied.
Yep.
It was funny to start off with, then it just got downhill.
They ruined everything, damn it. Everything.
Yep,
Yes, they do.
sadly.
Because they're ugly.
That's part of it. They're all blue-haired land wheels.
They stole blue hair from me, man. I'm going to claim it back one of these days.
You don't even have blue hair, though. You have dirty blonde hair.
I just think how upset Superman is about it.
I'll fix that someday when I spend money on hair dye.
Anyway, you gotta go back to blue hair.
Hells yeah, blue hair is the shit.
I think you look good as a blonde, though.
Yeah, but how are you going to know if you've got blue hair or not?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Scotty,
Still
will
better
let him
than
know.
green. Still better than fucking green hair, say that.
Until it was green.
My
I
blue
think you should go
hair
back to
is
blonde.
awesome whenever I get it.
I'm saying I feel you look good as a blonde.
You don't know how awesome the blue is until you experience it, Scotty. It is an experience of awesome.
I like the color blue. Blue is my favorite color, but the thing is, I feel you look good as a blonde. That's all I'm saying.
Aw, thank you, Scotty.
I'm gonna be nice and just say you look good regardless. But anyway,
Dirty blonde's cool too.
anyway I love it. Kicked out of an Arizona Starbucks after a customer complained that the staff that she didn't feel safe with them being inside.
Fuck's sake.
A group of Arizona police officers were asked to leave a Starbucks coffee shop on the 4th of July after the customer complained to the staff that she didn't feel safe with them being there, reports say. I wonder what race this person was.
I wonder if she was casing the joint as well.
I wonder what skin color they must have been. I thought calls from the Tampa MP, Tampa, fuck knows, police department were drinking at the branch of the coffee chain off on Scottsdale Road when they were approached by a barista that told the customer had made a complaint about their presence. I mean, was she doing anything illegal or anything? I mean, why else would you be scared about police? I mean, had she done anything illegal before then, or?
Probably.
Yeah, that person being blind, I can't tell no doubt. Yeah, blind girl's not a blonde. Blind girl's a dirty blonde. There's a difference.
Which means she's a blonde, but she's dirty.
Hells yeah. Well, not really, but I like to pretend sometimes.
So yeah, her hair is a mix of brown and blonde. It's kind of weird, actually.
So, quick subject change.
Well,
I just passed an accident. How bad is the accident when you see an ambulance up on a wrecker?
pretty bad, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Funky animal there, I'll funk them. Yeah, they should make their own coffee, bound to taste better anyway. Yeah, and cost a lot less.
Starbucks sucks.
Yes, they do.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I'm not pretentious enough to drink there.
Yeah, the worker has said to have told them to either move out of the spinning customer run line of sight or leave the premises entirely. Go. Yeah. The Temple Officers Association claimed in a series of tweets. Costa is better anyway. I've never had Costa or Starbucks really. Starbucks stocks. President of the union, Rob Ferrero, believes the treatment of the officers subject to an unfortunate sign of the times. It's become acceptable to not trust honesty police and think that we are not here to serve you. He told Fox then. And again, it goes back to we have great pride on the level of customer service we provide to our citizens, and to be looked as feeling safe when you have law enforcement around you. And to look at it as feeling unsafe when you have law enforcement around you is somewhat perplexing to me. Normally it isn't, but then again, I can get arrested for the things that I say, so.
Mm. Well, it's getting the point you can get arrested because you've got a pair of bloody balls swinging between your legs.
Well, she's just like, so, like, is she just like, I don't feel unsafe because police officers are just there drinking coffee?
Yep.
Yeah, she's just being a dumb cunt.
You know, it'd be funny if she was a victim of a carjacking, and while it was going on, the officers who she got kicked out of Starbucks were driving past, and she started screaming at them for help. If I was them, I'd just continue driving on.
Yep.
Yup.
Yeah, the thing is, what I wonder is, like, was she like, did she fucking commit a crime or something, and she was like scared that they'd like find out about her or something?
Was she black?
I don't know. That's why I asked at the beginning. I'm saying that. That's what I said at the beginning. I wonder what race she is.
Either black or a middle class SJW trying to make a political statement.
I fucking hate rude people that excuse rudeness for political statements. They're just fucking rude people.
Yes, they are.
Yep. I guess I've been to cup coffee machine. I don't buy barista coffee anymore. I guess Starbucks is okay if you want wanted coffee flavored sugar rush. I like coffee like I like my living black and bitter.
I don't buy Starbucks. If I want a milkshake, I'll go to Haagen-Dazs.
I just fucking love my Tims, man. Just Timmy's all the way.
That's because you're a Canadian, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the police union also addressed the incident, and I think you're just being yourself. While the barista was polite, making such a request at all was offensive. Unfortunately, such treatment has become all too common in 2019. Unions say they aren't blaming Starbucks at all for the incident, and said it looks forward to working with them on important dialogue moving forward. However, earlier in the day, the union tweeted a parody of the Starbucks logo reading "Dump Starbucks" with a cartoon of a hand pouring out the contents of a coffee cup superimposed over this dual-tailed mermaid image. Can appreciate at Starbucks using our time pick, asking our cops to leave your establishment on the 4th of July. An accompanying message read, several of our cops are veterans who fought for this country. Hashtag zero respect. Speaking to the Amazon Republic spokesperson, the company revealed that an investigation is being conducted into this matter, and the details surrounding the issue are not fully understood. We have deep respect for the Tampa Bay Police and their service to the community. If you had that much respect, why would you kick them out your job
Yeah,
for doing
exactly.
nothing? Anyway, reached out to the police department
Word.
and the Officers Association to better understand what happened and apologize. We want everyone in our stores to feel welcome. The incident described is not inductive of what we want any of our customers to feel in our stores. It was for that fucking one worker though. Yeah, the barrister who allegedly made the complaint had not been named. I'm shocked. No, as a customer. Starbucks also revealed whether the work was disciplined in relation to the incident. Last year in Philadelphia, police in Philadelphia made headlines when they went to arrest two black men inside a Starbucks for trespassing as a way for a work colleague to arrive. Philadelphia Police Commission later issued an apology to the men, and Starbucks closed 8,000 of its stores to conduct a racial bias training for part of the business day. Man, I hate people. I just fucking hate people.
I agree.
I love you too, Schnickums.
I love you, but I hate everyone else.
Okay.
Yes, I like you as well, opinionated.
You're okay.
That was dragged out on it. What about pumpkin? You not like pumpkin?
He's alright.
That's all right, Scotty. You can hate me. I like you.
I don't hate you. I just
We love you, Scotty.
the only person I love on here is Blind Girl. That's it.
Aw,
We're gonna make it so that
adorable.
we're gonna make it so
sorry.
that you stay with us and
Oh,
stay with us forever and ever and ever.
And ever, and ever, and ever.
PC, I don't hate you.
I don't hate you either. You're adorable.
Don't TC adorable, are you?
Oh, you're talking to TC. Okay. Never mind. Well, TC, you're just TC.
Because he used to be a squirrel, which I guess squirrels are adorable, I guess, but
Squirrels, oh my god, they're so cute. They go num 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 nums. They're freaking
Yes,
awesome.
I like squirrels, especially when they're being done in breadcrumb and seasoning.
And squirrels have like a shit ton of nuts.
Blind Girl likes their nuts.
So,
I love my nuts.
blind girl loves nibbling on squirrel nuts.
Freaking love nuts, man, especially the salty ones.
Somebody clip that.
She's already been clipped today, now. I don't know.
Right.
Wasn't
That's an advantage for you, Scotty. She likes having salty nuts in her mouth.
Hello, Wikipedia snippet.
Hello, Wiki.
By the way, I apologize to everybody in the chat. One of my devices has crashed. It overheated. Surprise, surprise.
I don't see your stream's going down.
Well, my stream died out hours ago.
Nah.
I've got a new device ordered. It's actually sitting at the house. It was delivered earlier today, but it's going to be at the latest Wednesday before I even can get to it myself.
M&M's, I don't see Skittles anywhere. You see anywhere. And the EU's scurriest anti-democratic dealings prove once again that it is beyond reform. Taking this long to work this one out. And there's been one positive thing that can be said. About the recent EU appointments. Critical posts went to women. Germany's defence minister Ursula von der Leyen will be the next European Commission president, who nobody voted for.
Right, can I ask a question here? How is it a positive thing that critical posts went to women?
Because my equality, I guess.
For fuck's sake. I mean, critical posts should go to the people most suited for them.
Yeah.
Gender shouldn't be an issue.
Fuck the EU, yeah, I agree, TC. The EU is a bunch of fucking cunts.
Yep. Oh, it's the independent, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, they are at least bashing the EU. I'll give them that.
The one, right, it's a very recent thing for them, knowing it.
Yeah. And that's what I said when it was like fucking, it took you this long, really?
Yep.
Christine Lagarde, Christine Foreign, head of the IMF and former French finance minister, will leave the ECB. If Parliament approves the nomination, the EU will gain points in gender representation, and that's it. Even then, I still didn't buy it because there shouldn't be points for that. And with the exception of Lagarde, all the point is political mediocrities and international unknowns. Well, some are tainted with scandals. Suffice to the list. There's Charles Michel, Belgium's Prime Minister, who will become President of the European Council. Josep Borrell, Spain's Foreign Minister, who will become President of the EU President of the EU Foreign Policy. Why does the EU even need foreign policy? It's not supposed to be a fucking country, even though it wants to be a country. Be a country. Fuck yourselves.
Spain's pretty dumb, and they're giving a Spanish pretty politician the purse strings.
Yeah, Spain's slowly fucking itself in the arse right now, isn't it?
Yep.
And David Sassoli, an Italian MEP, who will become President of the European Parliament.
Oh yeah, let an Italian in. That's a fucking good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, how about Mad Town Kiki or Little Nigger?
My feline overload needs feeding.
How much to go on, Little Nigger? Yeah, I'm just gonna call you Little Nigger. Just accept that you will not be called Nigger. Yeah, he'll become
Although
president.
for some reason, Mad Tanuki rolls off the tongue in a more interesting way.
Yeah, well, that's good. Life ends eventually. That's depressing. They typically come from the centre right and centre left. They have jointly run affairs for the EU for decades, unelected and unaccountable. All are stalwarts of the political class that has been pillar to harsh neoliberal economics. Yeah, Brussels versus Brussels sprouts. Oh, that's a hard one. What's worse, Brussels or Brussels sprouts? I'm gonna say Brussels, the city itself in Belgium, because I would rather eat a Brussels sprout than go to Brussels itself. So I'm just gonna go say that.
Especially with hot melty cheese all over it.
Brussels sprouts are horrible.
Hot melty cheese on the Brussels sprouts is freaking delicious.
What about the Brussels sprouts by themselves, though?
You know, Blind Girl leans very American in that sense. If it doesn't taste good, dump cheese on it.
Hell
Cheese and
yes.
garlic. And
Especially the hot, melty, thick cheese.
make something that's supposed to be healthy unhealthy, and it'll taste better.
Cheese
Uh-huh.
has good stuff in it. It's freaking healthy. I mean, there's a shit ton of sodium and fat in there, but I'm sure it's good for you. It's got calcium and vitamin D and stuff.
And
I
not
can
with
hear your heart or your arteries hardening 700 miles away.
You should. I put cheese on everything.
I'm pretty sure
It's
mine
a
are
wonder
fucked
you
with
can
it.
move.
Well, cheese and mayonnaise, but it has to be Hellman's real mayonnaise. None of that Miracle Whip crap.
You know what, though?
And that's
Hang on.
streamlabs.com/opinionated Scotsman, so Blind Girl can get one more hard thing in her.
Yeah, it's hello, I think I've said hello to you. Yeah, maybe not sprouts, but cauliflower, maybe.
Cauliflower and hot melty cheese is freaking awesome too.
Cauliflower, you racists! Haven't you heard that cauliflower is for colonialists?
Reminds me of AOC and cauliflower.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that.
Cauliflower and dip is also freaking amazing.
Cauliflower is just a fucking white broccoli, though, isn't it? Very much.
It's so much more. It tastes good with ranch dip or hot cheese sauce. The options are unlimited. Also,
Or you
if
could
fry
just
it with
steam
hot
cauliflower and stick a mixer down in there, and you've got some weird ass alternative
Oh,
to
Tucker.
mashed potatoes.
Tucker, you're talking about you're talking about blind girl having high cholesterol, but you're on stream with the Scottish guy. Like,
True, but at this point, you've been eating a deep fried crap for so long, it's in your DNA.
You know what? I don't have to worry. I have Crestor.
You know, I would sit and say something about that, except I'm on Lipitor.
I used to be on Lipitor too, but then I had kidney problems, and they were like, Lipitor and kidney problems don't go well together, so here's some Crestor instead. I've been on Lipitor since I was 20 because diabetes and cholesterol kind of go together. So then I said, well, if I'm going to have cholesterol anyways, I might as well eat all the mayonnaise and cheese and hot butter I can get my hot sticky hands on.
Actually, I think the term they call it is the metabolic 3 because bad cholesterol, diabetes, cholesterol, and blood pressure problems all run hand in hand.
Hells yeah! Although I don't have to worry so much about my blood pressure because I have low thyroid and I have this problem with being a woman. I actually get low blood pressure, so like I actually have a prescription that I framed of my doctor prescribing me a pound of bacon.
does anyone else have the munchies, I wonder? No, but let's move on.
I do.
Back to the news.
I have the munchies.
Actually, I can't be honest talking about the EU today. Fuck the EU.
Yeah, because food is way better. Oh my god, I want some cauliflower and like celery and stuff and like some really good dip now.
Is it wrong that when I was a child, whenever I thought of cauliflower, I thought of Lassie rolling around in a bed of flowers?
I would do more news articles, but all the articles are boring, so yeah. That's just bullshit for the next 8 minutes.
Woohoo!
So how are you feeling?
I love doing bullshits, especially when I'm thinking about food. Food is freaking amazing. Oh my god, have you guys heard about bacon wrapped baked corn on the cob?
No, but I smoked corn on the cob.
Yeah, well, they created this new thing where wherever you're gonna make corn on the cob, when it's either smoked or like over a barbecue steamed or like baked, you wrap it in bacon. And I'm like, oh, that would be glorious.
I'm not so sure about that one.
Glorious. It's freaking bacon.
Yeah. Anything, add anything to add bacon to anything, it instantly becomes better.
Hells yeah. Or hot butter. Or cheese.
Yeah, add bacon and cheese to anything, it becomes better instantly.
That's why they used to have the saying, if you want your kids to move out, stop cooking with cheese.
Not my son. You put cheese on anything, forget it. He won't touch it.
He's not human.
Yeah,
My son's quite healthy and
Yeah,
quite
he's not
big.
human.
So,
I'm hungry, but more.
You cannot, if you do not like cheese, you cannot be a mortal man.
Yeah, cheese is nice. I like cheese.
Cheese is amazing.
cheese is good. Every now and then, my wife and I, there's this place near us that we go and get 9-year-old aged cheddar.
Oh, we have an old cheese factory that has up to 90-year-old cheese. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, and this is cheese that will slap you back.
I know. Isn't it the best stuff? Although I also like blue cheese that'll slap you in the face. So yeah, I'm kind of like a cheese nerd. I love cheese.
I can't touch blue cheese, so.
I have to ask this, but just before I went in the kitchen to feed the cat. Was that a picture of some bloody puff dressed as a giant baby waving the Union flag?
Where?
One of I think the last article you had.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Nah, must have been that important. Then.
I kind of got bored of
Well,
reading
at this point, when it comes to grown men dressed as babies, Scotty blocks it all out of his memory.
I don't blame him.
And it was still glorious.
It was not glorious. I've been nice to you all there.
Aww, but it was awesome. It was so iconic, and everybody loved you for it. You have fans.
Scotty, I've noticed one thing about women. When they use that really cutie voice at the man in their life, they've done something horrible to him.
Aww,
No, I think
but
he's
I'm Scotty's number one fan.
What have you done to him?
actually not Green Thunder is because Green Thunder turns up more often than you do.
Ouch.
So,
But Green Thunder doesn't love you as much as I do.
dude, I love you too.
At least we hope he doesn't.
I definitely hope he doesn't.
I don't really like competition, so I kind of hope he doesn't too, because I really don't want to compete with Green Thunder, because he'd probably win.
No, he'd win all the time. Green Thunder's not even in the consideration.
Yeah, besides, all you have to do is break all the lights in his house and wait for him in the dark.
Yeah, that's true. I could totally kick his ass in the dark too.
Yep.
Even if Green Thunder had a vagina, he'd still lose.
You know that Bird Box challenge that everybody was doing? I was like, man, I would totally ace the fuck out of that shit.
Yeah, that's just your life in general, isn't it?
Exactly. I would totally, for once, win in a horror movie.
Wiki Battenberg's a cake.
The cake is a lie.
It's a rectangled cake. It's
The
a
cake is
cuboid
always
cake.
a lie.
Actually, it's 3D, so it's a cuboid technically, isn't it? Whatever.
I can't see it, so I don't know.
See, Google's put the emojis back the way they were.
Oh, so you can give a black middle finger again? Because I used to love that emoji where you could just give someone a nigga finger.
No, I never tried.
Hello.
Oh, the past week and a bit has been like Windows 10 only emojis.
Those bastards.
Yes, they are.
Let's see, shall we?
And yes, you can give the middle finger.
Sweet. Can you get it in black too?
Yep.
Woo!
Oh, something different to me. No,
Yep.
that's annoying.
It's a
Anyway,
There you go.
fingers.
Block.
yeah, it's chilling time. So,
Unfortunately, I won't have a stream tonight just because I don't really feel I can't really focus on anything because, yeah.
well, I gained a sub. Nice.
So how's that any different than usual?
Well, I just I've been really cranky today.
Yeah. But sub to our channel anyway. There you go. Link there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yo.
Pumpkin Trucker Channel, almost daily dash cams. I am in a bit of a lull. My streams are very shoddy right now because of equipment problems. It'll be back at full force by next weekend, but till then, the streams will start, and I'll start my streams in the morning, and they'll probably end up. What's usually the halfway point is usually about where my streams will end, because that's about where my phone overheats.
Yeah, fair enough. Batman, anything to show?
Nothing that I can think of at the moment.
Yeah, so, yeah. Well, hail the well. Don't piss on the shower curtain. You're all a bunch of cunts. Goodbye.